Hey there, I'm Alan Matthews from Classical Guitar Shed, and in this video you're going to see a musical excerpt. And what is an excerpt? It's a little snippet of music we study to learn something specific. In this case, it's going to be involving phrasing and musicality, expressive playing. It's a little particular rule that has to do with that. This is part of a larger series that's got dozens in it, available to members of the Woodshed program. If you'd like to, you can learn more about that below. All right, have fun. Greetings. Here today in this excerpt, we have an ascending line. So whenever we have longer ascending lines, there's things that we can do with that. So we have our basic dynamics rules, right? And that is when lines go up, get quieter. When lines go down, get louder. And repeated notes get louder, right? These are our three basic rules. And so the main thing with ascending lines that are longer, well, sometimes we might want to do this type of thing within there. So it might be, there are two ways that we can do this. And that is, and there's just really one important element that is just kind of the non-negotiable. So with the ascending line, let's start with the non-negotiable and then I'll tell you the two ways. With the ascending line, check this out. So here we have this ascending line going up to this point right here, right? And then we go down and then up and then down. So this is our line. We're going to talk about this right here right now. Here's our ascending line, goes up to this E. Yes? So with this E, this is our highest note, right? Is the E. This getting into that E, that's the most important part. We want to decrescendo to the arrival at the top of the line. And so that's the most important part of the rule of if things are going up, if the line is going up, get quieter. That's the most important part, is the arrival to that, is that we want to arrive at, we don't want the highest note to be the loudest note. We want it to taper at the very top. And so then as we're doing that, then the question goes, because we also need to, if we're going to get quieter, that means we need to get loud at some point so that we can get quieter, right? So there is a balance that has to happen. And so then whenever we're going up, we could start quiet, we could start loud, double F, and then just do a straight louder so that every single note, and that would be like this right here. So I'm just going to play that top B2. And I'm stopping right here, and I recommend that you do as well. Before going forward, stop right there as a straight crescendo. Each note is incrementally quieter than the note before it. And so this is this is a wonderful thing just to practice in general, is being able to do a smooth taper, a smooth decrescendo, getting softer. So another way that you could do this would be to do something else. So let's take a look at that same line again. Let's look at this one. Notice I grayed these notes out, little sidebar here. It's because there's a shift involved in everything. This would be a lovely line to also work with, but then it might take you a minute extra to learn it. And so I left it in there. You can practice with it if you want, or you can just keep this down in the lowest position right here. And it's just really easy to it's just quick and easy to learn. You start working on the music of it instead of figuring out these notes. So with this one, same thing to right here this is our big long run right here, right? Going up. And we want this to get quieter to the top note. But within that, we could get louder for a while, right? So we could do something like that. We could start quiet and get louder and then get softer at the end, or do kind of a combination. So that it would sound like, so this is it straight. That's just a straight decrescendo, just kind of evaporating up. Here's another way. I'm getting quieter up to the E, get louder, and then, that was actually a better one. So get quieter, which is exactly what I actually wrote. Get quieter for the first couple of notes, maybe to the C, and now get louder, and then get quieter at the very end. I'm playing the wrong notes. Something like that. So we can do this kind of breathing up and down within there, so long as we arrive at the top. So we can do these different things with it. Then once you start getting into the shorter lines, like this right here, from this point, like we go to here, let's jump up to the top line again. This goes quiet. Then we need to get loud because we're going down. Then we get quiet again, going up to the F. Then we go loud again, going down. So this is just by the rules, right? And so we want to start by the rules. And then we can start putting these other kind of choosy things. But ascending, but longer lines can do more than one thing by necessity. Incidentally, the long descending lines, well, we'll talk about those later. But the long ascending lines, the most important thing is to arrive at the top on a decrescendo. Let's check out what I actually wrote here. So yeah, there it is. Get quieter there. Yeah, that's exactly what I just wrote. And you can also I just have that tied over. So let me just play it for you here. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So something like that. It was a little bit fast probably. You can go much slower so that you can make sure that it's all rounding the corners really nicely. But the main point is that ascending lines approach the very top as a decrescendo, but can do other things within it. And so practice both ways if you'd like to. All right. Have fun with that, and I'll talk to you soon. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this musical excerpt. I find them so much fun. If you would like to explore more of these or start at the very beginning of the series and go through to make your playing more beautiful, I encourage you to check out the link below and look at the Woodshed program over at Classical Guitar Shed. It's a full program involving technique and how to read music and how to learn classical guitar pieces and also how to breathe life into them, such as the example that you just saw. Different ways to make your music more beautiful. So it's a complete start at the beginning program. If you'd like to check it out, then please do. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.